And this is the part that everybody gets wrong.
You see those lights right there? That's why this is going to be the most useful video on YouTube. Do you want to learn how to tone and trace like a pro? This is the VDV 500-063. This is the 123, and this is a toner combo from Klein. No more one, no more light. Now we got our light back, and we got number one. Stick around to find out how. If you've watched other videos on YouTube, chances are they've shown you how to do it wrong. Let me show you the right way the first time. I want to be very clear here and upfront with you guys. This video is going to be a little bit irritating because of the toning noise. The first thing that you should know is that any toner or tracer that looks like this, that has a dial, is not going to be a toner suitable for a professional. And that's going to make sense here in a second. If your toner or your probe has a light that is constantly on, no matter what the setting is, no matter how close you are to the wire, you're already at a disadvantage. I do not recommend a toner that does this. Also, before we get started, I'm an expert on this subject matter, so if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. All my other toning videos, you guys ask me a ton of questions. I respond back in the emails. Sometimes I'll send you pictures back. I'll send you diagrams. If you're a homeowner or even if you're a professional tech and you're just having a hard time figuring something out, reach out. I'll be happy to help you guys out. The first thing you're going to do, we need to dial this toner in. We can't just immediately start toning and tracing. This thing will tell us with noise that we're close to the signal. You're going to see where we do lose the signal and we do gain it back. The problem right now is that this black wire is reading just as loud as this white wire, and we are definitely hooked up to the black. So how do we dial this in to get it with more pinpoint accuracy? Let me show you. The first thing that we want to do, and this is where everybody shows you wrong. If you watch videos on YouTube or any other how-tos, they're going to show you placing this black, what I'm going to call the ground prong, on the wrong wire altogether. The best wire that you can attach this to is the ground wire. If you attach this to the neutral, I'm going to show you what happens. On my white wire, I've got a light, and I've also got a tone. And on my black wire, I've also got a light, and I've also got a tone. But I'm going to show you something very interesting right now. Before we do anything, we want to find a true ground. We attach to a known ground source here. This is hooked up to my electrical system, and it's a reliable ground. We're going to take the ground off. We're going to attach it back to the neutral like it was. And you're going to see here, I don't have a light on for the neutral or the black wire. But if I take this black prong here and I attach this to an actual ground, we're going to leave this toner here. I attach this to a ground. You do hear it get louder, but look, also, a light is on now. So first and foremost, before we do anything, we want to find a true ground. When you're on a construction site and you're trying to identify Romex that's literally floating, has no connection to anything at all, this ground here is not going to help you. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to verify that you've found a true ground. But for now, we're just going to tell you to find a true ground source. I've used the hinge on an oven for a customer and lots of jumpers just to make a ground whenever I was trying to tune out and trace a plug inside of a kitchen. So now let's dial this in. Once we've attached to our box here, this is going to be our true ground. We're going to attach the red wire, or before we even attach the red wire, let's just leave this prong here. Let's not even worry about the wire right now. So we've got our true ground here. We've got our probe here. We got our toner, we're going to turn it on. We're going to push this to get to the alternating tone. Now you're going to notice that we get a light immediately. What we want to do, we want to bump this down all the way. We want to turn this to the least loud setting that we can possibly do. If you happen to have a dial setting, you want to dial this down to the very lowest setting possible. Now we want to slowly bump our volume button up until we see a light or a pulse. Let's try it. That's one click. That's two clicks. 3 clicks, getting louder, but still no light. 4 clicks has our light. We are now what I'm called dialed in. You can see here where we don't have a light, and we've got about a finger width in between this and the probe itself. If we bump this up too high, we're going to get the light way out here, and we're not going to have as much sensitivity. So right now we're dialed in. Down is 0 lights. Up, we got our light back. Now we're dialed in. Now we're ready to attach this to our wire. Now when I come over here, I've got a light here on my black wire. We should get a light. We get closer to this black wire. We should not get a light as we get closer to the neutral. Okay, let's see what we got. But when we go here to the neutral, you see we have a faint pulse. We go back over to the black. Nice solid light. Go back here to the neutral. Faint pulse. And that's how you dial in a toner. Let me show you the digital toner from Klein. We're going to show you some tips and tricks for troubleshooting and a couple accessories you can make yourself pretty easily. This one here features removable leads, and you can put a bunch of different types of attachments on this style of generator, which is really nice because we can get a straight ground plug. So now we can plug directly into a receptacle instead of trying to clamp onto something random. We're also going to be using the newest generator. This one is the 163 and this one is the 223. Plug this into the black. That's going to be our ground. Plug this into our red. And like I said before we even start attaching to anything, we want to dial this in. This one works a little bit differently. We're going to turn it on. We're going to turn on to tone like this. Now we're ready to receive the signal. We're going to turn it all the way down like we talked about. We're going to turn this on and we're going to set it to tone here. You can see where it's alternating the tone there. And we're going to bump this up very slowly. And what we're looking for is the number 1 there on the signal. So this is just a little bit more sensitive, and honestly it's a lot better. So see, we're still not quite at 1. Bump it up one more time. Now we're at 1. So now we're at 1. We're ready to attach it to our wire. So let's come over here. We'll attach it to our black wire again. Actually, let's use the neutral this time. We'll attach it to our white wire. Remember, we're using the ground, so if you use the ground, you can still trace out your neutrals. If you're using your neutrals to trace, you're not going to be able to trace your neutral. It's common sense. Okay, remember, we're tracing the neutral now. We're dialed in. We'll go up here to the ground. We don't have a number 1. We go over here to the black. We're almost touching it. We can tap it to get a number 1, but we don't have a number 1. We are right on that wire. We go over here to the neutral, even just close to it. We get a strong signal and we get that number 1 pulse. And even a solid number 1. So by far the best thing you can do is actually attach to a ground. Let me show you what happens if you don't attach to a ground on this one as well, while we're on the topic. So we go here. We got a nice solid number 1 on our neutral. We take it off the ground and we attach it to the black wire. See it right there? We're only getting a 3 with a pulse of a 2 while I'm touching the wire. You go over here, almost nothing. Go back to the ground. Getting that solid number 1. So you definitely want to attach to the ground wire. Now what happens if you don't have this generator? What if you would like to have the fancy plugins, but this toner here, which is sometimes like $60 on sale every once in a while. I post it. As soon as I see it on Amazon, I usually post the deals. I saw this for about $60 less than 4 months ago. How are you going to make your own clips so you can trace things like this? What if you're testing receptacles and you need to be able to get a prong inside your receptacle or something like that, this is what I would do. I would go to Harbor Freight and pick up one of these Vanguard cords. I would cut the insulation off, and I'll show you how to cut an extension cord without doing too much damage to the inner conductors. So we're just going to start. We're not even going to use a knife. You guys could use a knife at home. We're just going to do this the hard way. So watch. As soon as you start to score and you break that insulation right there, all you have to do is just bend this just a little bit more. And while it's bent, you want to try to cut just a little bit more. See where we see that conductor coming through there? And you guys definitely want to use a razor knife when you do this. Bend it back. What's nice about using these diagonals is that they're not really sharp. They're kind of more just tearing the outer wall of the insulation more than they are tearing up the conductor. So we got enough. Now I'm just going to break it there. So you look, no scores on the wire whatsoever. Bend it back this way, break it that way, and then slide that insulation off. Green is your ground. No damage to the conductors. Twist it up. You could even solder this end if this is going to be your dedicated troubleshooter. Go ahead and tin this with some solder. And now we can clamp onto just the ground. Now you're a technician, so obviously you know what you're doing with electrical safety. You know what to do with these ends. Obviously if you plug this in, it's going to get hot very quickly. If you don't need the hot, you don't need the neutral, just break them off. Just use this as your dedicated ground for your toners or tracers. Now, speaking of extension cords, another good way to get a ground. What if we don't have a ground that's very close? Just run an extension cord. And now you've got this dongle that you made. Plug this into your extension cord from a known true ground source. And then clamp onto here. Make sure these are capped off. Again, make sure these are capped off. An extension cord is one of those things where you don't have to use it for its purpose. It can be an extension for troubleshooting, for different circuits, things like that. I put an extension cord on my ladder whenever I was troubleshooting a chandelier because the grounds and the hots were shorted together on the chandelier. So what I did was I took an extension cord up on my ladder. I clamped this to my extension cord. I clamped the red to the hot on the chandelier. And I started troubleshooting. And what's really cool about these, you can use these in reverse. So if we have a toner here, and electrically speaking, if our wires are shorted together, they're basically touching each other. So you'll see something interesting that happens when your wires are shorted together. We actually can't get a tone. We get a continuity signal. So that continuity means that something is touching where we're unable to tone. If we leave this configuration on the chandelier with our extension cord for our true ground, and we hook up the black wire and we start tracing, we're not getting any tone because our black wires are touching each other. The second that we find the short that's shorting the black hot wires to the case of the chandelier, when we break that free, we instantly get a tone. And that also works with receptacles. So if you're troubleshooting a receptacle and you got 6 in the wall and you've got 3 pulled out of the wall and so far you haven't found the problem yet, and you go to a receptacle in the middle and you happen to undo it and you're toning and you're not getting anything, but then all of a sudden whenever you break that receptacle free, you take all the wires off and you get what I would call a pure tone, you know that at least you're in the right direction. The biggest takeaway for this video is do not buy a toner like this, because if we're trying to trace with the light like we showed you in this whole video, if the light's always on, this is basically useless. The next biggest takeaway is to always attach to an actual ground source. And if you don't know, a ground source will give you 120 volts from a hot to a ground. So if you got an extension cord, and you plug your multimeter in and you got 120 volts to the ground, boom, you know you've got a good ground source. So extension cords, as technicians, they're your friend. I hope this video helps you guys out. Happy hunting. See you guys in the next one.